Hello everybody. Once again, welcome to a brand new video. My name is Brian Bourgeon, and tonight I'm going to talk about the Charlotte Roval playoff race that was held last weekend. Now, this race was definitely a rather polarizing race, as lots of people weren't much of a fan of it. The Roval race, the Bank of America Roval 400, like I already mentioned, definitely a very polarizing race, as it was infected by rather bad calls from NASCAR, especially one around the end of the race. And another reason is lack of passing. Passing was extremely difficult thing to accomplish at the Roval last weekend. There wasn't a lot of passing. The only way you could pass a guy was bumping him out of the way, which not very ideal. Again, it's a shame. It's the first, in my opinion, this has been the first bad Roval race since its debut way back in 2018, which is a bit of a shame because the Roval is one of my favorite racetracks and one of multiple people's favorites, as the track has been able to produce banger after banger after banger since its debut. But with the next gen car, it unfortunately failed to live up to its expectations, as the racing was, again, rather lackluster until stage 3, but we will get there. Stage 1 was extremely tame, not a lot of passing. The pole sitter Joey Logano led every single lap of the first stage. Every single lap. He just dominated, and the driver behind him, William Byron, who was in second, couldn't get him. It's just you could get close to him. You could be close to drivers, but you just couldn't pass them. It was the same problem we had with the 550 horsepower package with intermediates, which now unfortunately we have at road courses. Not ideal. As again, it's a sacrifice NASCAR is making in a type of way. You're sacrificing intermediates to have great racing, but at the expense of the road courses now being rather lackluster. Again, and it's the Roval too. Charlotte Roval, one of the best tracks, best road courses right now in NASCAR, giving us a pretty lackluster race with lack of passing, controversial calls, penalties, which we will also get there. But yeah, definitely rather annoying. But now onto a very important part of today that I want to talk about. Cole Custer had a massive penalty. His crew chief, who has been suspended indefinitely. So we don't know when he'll come back. It depends on NASCAR when they want to reinstate him back, which is a shame. But now here's my personal opinions on the incident. This has been something that's happened before in NASCAR with Denny Hamlin and Eric Jones in Martinsville 2020. One very big example that you can hear on the radio of Eric Jones and Martinsville in the final laps of 2020, of the 2020 playoff fall race. Don't pass him, Jones. He was told, don't pass him. Interfering and changing the outcome of the race if Jones were given the liberty to fight Denny Hamlin, pass him. Which he could, he had a faster car than him. That didn't get a penalty. Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson from Bristol 2021. Elliott said himself that, where's the 5 car? I'm going to help him. He basically blocked Kevin Harvick throughout the whole final laps of the Bristol race, causing Larson to pass him away with 4 laps to go, giving him the race win. Obviously, Harvick was upset about that and confronted Chase Elliott after the race about it. There's a lot of inconsistency with some of those calls, because here with Custer and Briscoe, Custer gets penalized big time, 100K fine, deduction of 50 points, I believe. his crew chief suspended indefinitely, all that. But incidents before that I think should have been penalized, like Hamlin and Jones especially, from Martinsville 2020, didn't. Hendrick Motorsports incident, Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick, Bristol, nothing. So like there's this inconsistency with the penalties that's really makes me uncomfortable. That really annoys me. Because some teams get the bad end of the stick while others don't get anything. So it's, I don't know, it rubs me the wrong way, because with that little moment there, I have a bad feeling that we could see some more controversy heading into some other tracks. Martinsville, Homestead, Las Vegas. Heck, even the championship race at Phoenix. Can you imagine the situation of a driver, a teammate of a certain driver, interfering with the outcome of a race because NASCAR didn't take responsibility, or no, how do I say this? Like, they didn't do the things in the past. Basically, it's like it's an awkward situation. Like, back then, Jones, Hamlin, no penalty. Custer, Briscoe, no penalty. But if the driver says, hey, I'm going to help this guy out, where is he? Something like that the driver takes control instead of the crew chief telling the driver that, the driver can just change the outcome of the race because he wants to. And I have a feeling that could end up happening in Martinsville or Phoenix, which is definitely concerning. Definitely a concerning part heading into the final races of the season. But yeah, that's my opinion. That's my opinion about the Cole Custer penalty. A big talking point about the race now, considering the penalty just came out today. Again, as for the racing, stage 1 and 2, very tame, maybe lackluster, to put it lightly. But yeah, but stage 3 was, how should I say this? It's the unperfect balance of lackluster racing in the first and second stage, boring, to too much chaos in stage 3. Because in stage 3, a caution came out with about 9 laps to go due to a sign around the infield section of the Charlotte Roval, causing a caution. And also causing lots of chaos, including multiple incidents, including turn 1, which has a new name. I don't know why they changed it from Tom's Heartburn Turn. It doesn't make sense. I'm still gonna call it Tom's Heartburn Turn because it's better like that. At Tom's Heartburn Turn, multiple incidents occur in turn 1, like in 2018. Cars spinning out. Gregson, McDowell, Elliott, Blaney were involved in incidents. Elliott was involved in an earlier incident where he got turned on a restart by Tyler Reddick. Some people have said that maybe Reddick got Elliott back for Watkins Glen, because there have been replays that showed Elliott getting into the back of Reddick, causing him to lose multiple positions and cost him a better finish. Some people said that. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Who knows? But right here, this is the incident I'm talking about. A billboard or a sign around the racing surface. Granted, some people have said it's the right call. Some people have said it's not. It's been a big talking point. Like, some say it's good, some say it's not. But when that caution came out, everything went sideways. All the chaos unfolded. Everybody started bumping into everybody. It was just absolute pandemonium. Just unleashed a bucket full of chaos. And through all that chaos, Christopher Bell, who is in must-win territory. By the time of this caution, Bell is minus 34 points below the cut line. Minus 34. He has to win to get into the playoffs. And he did it. He pitted late for 4 fresh tires and got it done. He won the Bank of America Roval 400 a must-win race for him, and he got it done. And with that, he's into the round of 8. An insanely clutch win for Christopher. He joins drivers like Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, to name a couple, that were below the cut line heading into an elimination race, a cutoff race. Pretty good company right there for Bell. Definitely a great win for him. As for the rest of the results, and for the drivers that are out of the playoffs now, those drivers would be Daniel Suarez, Austin Cindric, Alex Bowman, and more importantly, the defending champion, Kyle Larson, will not be able to compete for the championship this year, as he's out in the round of 12. A complete playoff bracket destroyer. It destroyed my bracket. I'm not going to lie. I had Larson into the Final Four, and he's not going to make it. Pretty disappointed by that. But it's just a shocker. Granted, this has been a down year for Larson, as coming off 12 wins last season, 10, 11, 12 wins, to just 1 or 2 wins. It's definitely unexpected. Yeah, apologies. He had 2 wins, Auto Club and the Glen. Only 2 wins compared to 12. For some, that's not a down year, but for Larson, it most certainly was. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to move on to the round of 8. He will not compete for the championship at the Phoenix. And yeah, honestly, it's a shame. Larson made a mistake in the race and ended up hurting the toe link of the car and wasn't able to rebound from that. Suarez as well, unfortunately, was eliminated from round 12. Had a power steering issue, and since that power steering issue, it all went crumbling down for him. In a road course, you need power steering. It's crucial, that power steering. And when power steering went out, you could just see from the onboard camera, Suarez was struggling. He was struggling. The fact he finished the race says a lot, though, about his strength mentally and physically. So yeah, definitely, though, a shame for Suarez, Larson, Bowman, obviously, who was out due to concussion-like symptoms. Never even had the chance to even fight for the win. Perhaps, again, Bowman is really good at the short Roval. Really good. So if he had the chance to compete, who knows? Maybe it would have clutched up. And for Cindric, who spun out late in the last overtime restart, got way too aggressive over his head and lost a lot of positions. Ended up costing him. But yeah, now on to the results. As I already mentioned, Christopher Bell won the Bank of America Roval 400. Kevin Harvick finishes 2nd. Amazing. Amazing stuff from Harvick. He ran pretty well, though. From what I saw, he ran top 10 all day, top 15, top 5, and got home. Brought home. Very good result, Kyle Busch, which feels like a decade. He finishes P3. It's a kind of crazy to say about it, a rare-ish top 10 finish, heck, top 5 finish for Kyle Busch, as he's been struggling as of late, struggling to get good finishes. I'm going, and well, yeah, finally got a good finish in which, honestly, hallelujah. AJ Allmendinger, who was involved in all the chaos here, finished P4. Justin Haley, P5. It's a double top 5 finish for Kyle Grayson, which, amazing. Chris Buescher finishes 6th, Bubba Wallace 7th, Tyler Reddick 8th, Chase Briscoe, who would have thought, finishes P9, which is enough to get him into the round of 8. Incredible. I believe I had Briscoe in the round of 16 or 12. He's into the round of 8. I've underestimated him. And hey, credit to him. He's done wonders, if you ask me, to get into the round of 8. A lot of good consistency side. Lost them. And rounding out the top 10, Austin Dillon, who had to do a drive-through penalty, I believe, at the beginning-ish of the race. From that to a top 10. Not bad. Granted, caution's help, but hey, not bad. For some notables, Corey LaJoie finished P12. not too bad. Hamlin, who needed a rather relaxed day to, get into the playoffs, he got that. No trouble, no drama, into the round of 8. Armidola, 15th, Byron, 16th, Truex, 17th, Logano, 18th, Snells, 19th, Chase Elliott, an expert here, the Charlotte Roval, 20th, as you all saw on the TV, got turned by Reddick, unfortunately costing him a better finish. And below that we have Cindric, who's out, finishes 21st, Gregson substituting for Bowman, 23rd, Blaney, who got involved in a late race incident, finished 26th. Mike Rockenfeller, finishing 29th. I mean, not too bad. And then you got Daniel Suarez, who finishes 36th, obviously out of the playoffs. Ross Chastain, who I forgot to mention, suffered a toe link issue late in the race that almost made him get out of the playoffs. But he had enough points as he collected throughout the regular season and the previous rounds to get him into the round of 8. So it didn't hurt him that bad. And in last place, you have Daniel Kvyat, who suffered a mechanical issue early on. So yeah, those were the race results. And again, I already mentioned about this race. This race was definitely a polarizing one for the wrong reasons. You had like the perfect mix of, it was like boring at the start, but way too chaotic at the end. It's like you have this not perfect balance that rubs a lot of people off the wrong way. But yeah, for that's the majority of what I got to say after a wild, I don't know if I should say wild, but rather interesting Bank of America Roll 400. I hope you all enjoyed the video. These two next weekend should be pretty interesting. As for the next gen car, does really good at the intermediate racetracks. The next two intermediate racetracks, Las Vegas and Homestead, Miami. Homestead, Miami, I'm definitely looking forward to. Some have said that could end up being the best race of the year due to Homestead being characteristic for its multiple crews, its great racing, and the next gen has shined a lot with intermediate, so who knows? Time will tell. But the main focus is Las Vegas next weekend. Last time we were at Las Vegas, it was one of the best races of the season. So, will we have a repeat? Who knows? Time will tell. But anyhow, thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. That would mean a lot to me, and it would help me out grow my channel. But anyway, I will see you all this weekend at Las Vegas for the next race review. Thank you. Bye.